What level of faith do you operate at in your coaching business? What level of faith do you step into leadership with? Do you step into high ticket sales with, client attraction with? What level of faith do you step into when it comes to marketing, messaging, selling, packaging, and pricing? For the longest time over the last 50 years, for at least probably 40 of the last 50 years, I had faith that had an expiration date. So if the amount of the resources or the amount of the money was outside of my comfort zone, my faith immediately expired. And I noticed that when it comes to so many women who come into the Prosperous Womb. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to the Prosperous Womb. Let's talk about what makes you instantly magnetic to the clients that you're here to work with. In the last video, we talked about growing your wisdom, seeking God's hidden wisdom that supports you to be widely attractive to your best fit, your best kind of clients that you choose to work with. And that video is in the description below. And in this video, I want to talk about what it takes to be instantly magnetic, where people see you and immediately want the thing. The thing where they come on YouTube, they see your video for the first time, they've never met you, never heard about you, and you're charging $100,000 to work with you or $500,000 to work with you, and they email you, DM you, or call you, or apply to work with you simply because of that magnetism? I don't know the word, but simply because they're instantly attracted to you and want to work with you. What does that take? In the Prosperous Womb, I talk about 3 levels of faith. 3 levels of faith that support you to price, to package, to sell, to message, all of those things. The first one is the predictable faith, okay? It's the predictable way of being. Predictable way of being, where you do the thing that you expect, where you do the thing that's predictable, the thing that you know is going to happen. It's reasonable. There's zero risk for that. It's based on what you already know. It's based on what you've done before. It's based on your past history. It's based on the data. It's based on all of the things, the amount of money in your bank account, how much time you have, when your kids are going to graduate, how much it's going to cost for tuition. It's so predictable, it's logical. This is what it is, and this is what you're going to do. So you're going to price from this place, sell from this place, market from this place, do all the things from this place. That's predictable faith, okay? And everyone has that. And then there's what I call possibility. And in coaching, we talk about what's possible, the edge of your comfort zone and all of those things, what is possible for you. So we have possible faith, and 99% of women coaches have this, especially spiritual women coaches and Christian women coaches, transformational women coaches. It's all about possibility, what is possible. And this is where they have faith in God, okay? Because they know that we cannot even imagine or even see or think about the things that God has planned for us. They're bigger than anything we could ever ask for or think about or even imagine. And that is possibility faith, because we know it's possible, and it takes faith in God for us to step out in faith and do that thing. And a lot of us have that. We know we do the thing that is tied to the conditions that gives us the results. When we honor God and we trust God and we step out in faith and we do all the things, we have faith in God. And it's what God wants for us beyond what we can think about, what we can ask for, what we can imagine. That's possibility faith. The third place we create from is the supernatural, okay? Supernatural. And this is why the name of my coaching offer, my highest level transformational offer, is called Supernatural, for this very reason. Because that doesn't take predictability. It's not faith in God. That takes the faith of God. It takes the faith of God. This is where you create and attract unfair advantages, where people say, but that's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to work like that. It doesn't work that way, Mimi. That's not the way you have babies. No. You got to listen to the doctor, what the doctor tells you. Then you do what the doctor tells you to do. Forget about God. This is science. You need a plan, a formula, a system. Not wait for people to come to YouTube, discover you, and then pay you to work with them. Nobody does that. Who does that? So this is what I call the faith of God. And the Bible commands us to have faith, because that's the only thing that God recognizes. And we can have faith as small as a mustard seed, but as we grow in our faith and exercise it, the way we go to the gym every day, the way we get up and we meditate, the way we get up and we study the Bible, the way we do all of those things, if we actually exercise our faith by stretching to that next comfort zone, and then fully, when you really going deep into your relationship with Christ, you fully surrender to who God says you are. This is where people are going to tell you that you're reckless, that you're crazy. You have to divorce that Mimi. She's crazy. She's unpredictable. Because you have the faith of God, nothing scares you at this level. This is the level where you make fear afraid of you, where Goliath is pissing on himself, he's peeing on himself because he saw you coming. You woke up that morning and Satan goes running. He flees from you. Because that level of faith resists the devil, so he has to flee. Okay? So what does that look like in your coaching business? You see, in our coaching business, we're not limited by anything when we fully surrender to God. The way we think, the way we do business, our business models, they're not like everybody else. It's not mainstream. It's not mainstream. One of my coaches, Melanie, says the sky is not even the limit. My dad used to tell me that too. That's why I love Melanie. The sky is not even the limit when you have supernatural faith of God. When you have supernatural faith, it does not expire based on who you think can afford you. Your faith does not expire when you have to invest in yourself at your highest level. And your faith does not expire when you price in your high-ticket coaching offers, because the sky is not even the limit. And when we have this faith, this is where we have to choose to be healed, fully empowered, and making the devil afraid of you. One of my favorite things I tell my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's 12, is, sometimes she has a fear of speaking up in class, or she, not so much courage to do this thing, or fear of being seen. And I say to her, this morning, what are you going to do? She's like, make fear afraid. I'm like, exactly, do that. It's afraid of you anyway because it's finished. On the cross, Jesus already finished all of these things. Receive that it's done and make fear afraid of you. We attract the faith that we have. You attract the faith that you have. So if you know that you can sell a $250,000 coaching offer anywhere, you can wake up in the morning, post a YouTube video about the offer, about the thing that you do. Somebody's going to watch it and apply to work with you from anywhere around the world. You say to me, Mimi, but I live in Africa, and nobody here is going to pay me that in Sierra Leone or whatever. If you put it on YouTube, an American in America or somebody in America is going to see that and pay you if they want it, because you're so magnetic to them because of your supernatural faith. You don't have to be supernatural. You don't have to work miracles and tell the snake to turn into a stone or whatever. It's a being. It's an identity of remembering who you are, because you attract your faith. And a lot of us will live in lives that we don't like. And I want to ask you this, because this is a question I ask all my clients. The first one is, do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you like your life? Because if you're depending on your coaching business to make you love yourself or love your life or be satisfied or content or fulfilled, you're going to end up chasing the 1%. You know that thing on YouTube where you always see people say, top 1% of women. No, that's success. That means nothing to a lot of women who already achieved it. They want fulfillment, contentment, and satisfaction. And that is what liking yourself before making the 7 figures does for you. But it takes this faith in God. When the life you live in is not the life that you want, and the experience of your life is not what you want to experience, you attract the people who are living those same lives and have those same things about themselves, where they go, oh, I hate this. The thing that you hate is probably what the client you're attracting hates. You're very magnetic to that client. They instantly see you and they go, oh my God, I want it, because they have what you have. You have what they have. So you become You become the perfect match for clients who have exactly the same amount of disagreements that you have. So if you hate your life, you're going to attract clients who hate their lives. If you love your life, you're going to attract clients who love their lives. If you hate your financial situation, but you love your marriage and all of those things, you're going to attract those same kind of clients. You attract who you are and the amount of faith that you have. Okay? So let's say there are 3 things that you don't like. Number 1, I don't like my finances. Number 2, I don't like my marriage. Number 3, I don't like my health. You're going to attract a client who, number 1, does not like their money. Number 2, does not like their health. Number 3, does not like this. It's going to match up. You attract your perfect match. It's magnetic. It's so magnetic. So when you decide to create from a place of faith in God, what do you think you're going to attract? Who do you think you're going to attract? When you being the person who just says, wouldn't this be fun to just do simply because? Kind of like when you go to the doctor and the doctor says you have cancer and you say, oh, that's cute. I love that your mom is so proud of you because you're a doctor, but the God that I serve, and this is a thing, even if you end up dying from cancer, it does not matter. What did Daniel say in the lion's den? The God that I serve. And even if, I still believe in that God. So you always say the thing, have the faith of God to say the thing. A lot of times we don't do that. I ask my clients, why don't you say the thing? Well, if it doesn't come to pass, I'm going to be embarrassed. Who cares? Just do the thing and trust that God is God. He's not a man that he should lie, and create from that place. Because when you have the faith of God and create from that place, it makes you magnetic to people who want to pay you at the level that you're serving at. So ignore the thing where people say, well, what if nobody does it? They will do it. You're going to be so radiant. Your happiness and self-love and joy are going to come so out. And let's say you're in Cape Town, on the beach in Cape Town, and you get up and you just start dancing and you're having fun. There's somebody sitting there who's going to look at you and say, oh my God, I want to dance like her and have fun like that. And she's going to say, how much is it for me to work with you to do that? And you say $100,000, and they'll pay you because they're the same energy frequency level that you are. They love themselves so much they want to give themselves that experience. And somebody else is going to sit there thinking, gosh, she needs to sit her butt down. Ew. And somebody else is going to be thinking, I wish I had $100,000 to pay her to do that. They're not the perfect match. The perfect match will be there who says, I am going to dance with her in the rain, in the sunshine, wherever. I want that vibe. So have the faith of God. If there's something that you want to create in your business that doesn't feel right for you, don't create from that place. Don't create your offer from that place. Align yourself with the highest thing that God wants for you. You don't know what that is yet. You can't even imagine it right now. It's not possible for you to imagine that right now. Align yourself. That takes full surrender, and create from that place. That is what supports you to share from the life that you love, to come from the person who loves herself, who is already happy, joyful, and fulfilled. And then the 7 figures is icing on the cake. That's all it is. It's icing on the cake. Be the life that you're meant to live and create from that life that you're meant to live. And you are going to be 100% instantly, widely magnetic to the people that you're here to serve.